John, how do you feel about with everything that you've tried to work and instill and all of that, and you're only a game out of first place, in the league?
What happened? Florida lost. Wow. Look, we have to just worry about getting better. We don't need to worry about position in the league. You guys know I'm not worried about league stuff. Everything we're doing is to try to improve ourselves and get better. The first half, I thought we played a pretty good first half. We had to make some substitutions. I had to go to a different lineup. Willie Colley was unbelievable. And you say, what did he do? He just added energy. So why would you not see what he did and do the same? Because it's hard. Don't want to play with that kind of energy. And so then we went to the different lineup with Archie at point guard. Same reason. Wanted to push the ball, wanted us to be more aggressive and tougher, and that's what happened. We had 17 turnovers and they didn't press. They have 7 turnovers. Again, that's when you're tough on the ball. Everybody who's catching it is going to have a guy on them. We're not breaking down. We don't do that. Now, they play us that way and we turn it over. We don't play the same. And it's when I talk about that competitive spirit, you got to go, whatever that guy's doing to you, he won't let you catch it, don't let him catch it. He didn't let you catch it, don't let him catch it. Why is he catching it on you every time and you can't get open? And it's a competitive spirit. Get open in the post. If he's open in the post, you get open in the post. We broke down a little bit in the second half, but, again, it's hard when you're up 20 and a half to come out and, we're not that kind of team. But we rebounded the ball. I thought we did some good stuff there. I thought in the first half we really passed the ball to each other, but we've got a ways to go.
Julius all right?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him, but he'll be fine.
John,
You got hit on the screen.
John, over any significance at all of being up 20 and maintaining that as opposed to letting the other team back in it?
Well, they got it to 15 and had to sub a bunch of guys out. No energy, no intensity, just playing. Well, you're out. And I told him after the game, I said, if I see a face that looks like you're draining our arena, you're out. And I'll play the other guys. And what's happened is, if you watch, and you haven't, but Kyle's done that in our practice. Had a guy that hadn't been in 2 weeks, walked in, watched us practice, and said, I can't believe the energy in the building compared to 2 weeks ago. It's all Kyle Wilshire. And the team knows it because they said it's all Kyle. Kyle is doing everything he can to help Alex Butchers talk, be emotional, smile. The whole practice, he's talking to Alex. And they're playing the same position. He's talking to him. Now, my issue is, Alex, why aren't you talking to anybody else? Is this a one-way street? We get you going. How about you get Jared going? How about you get Ryan going? How about you talk? And so this is all the learning stuff that we're going through right now. But we're making strides.
John, could you expand a bit on what you liked, especially with Willie's game tonight?
Energy. Went after balls. Rebounded the ball. I thought Nerlens, messed around in the first half. I thought he played better in the second half. But he, 13 points and 6 rebounds in 22 minutes. Not bad. He's active.
John, it seems like it's a little bit of an adventure with Alex. You took him out early in both halves, and yet there was that play.
The first half, we're going to do that. He's going to play the first 3, and that's about the extent of he can sustain. Second half, he missed 2 dunks. You're out. What's wrong? Tell me you're tired, your leg hurt, your toenails? What is it? You missed 2 dunks. You got to come out. It's not. I'm not being mean about it. It's just what it is. And so we're, just holding them accountable. We're up 20 to play. We're not that kind of team. We got a ball.
But yet you had that play in transition where he hustled back.
Yeah, unbelievable. He could do it. It's just that sustaining it, the thing these guys are struggling with. A guy makes a mistake, he can't get over it. He's embarrassed. So now he goes back on defense, and he's still thinking about the shot he missed, the turnover he made. He can't play down the other end. And it's not just Alex, it's a bunch of the guys. And I keep telling them, if you make a mistake or miss a shot, your thought is, I'm getting it back on the other end. You push that right in your mind. I'm going to get it back on this end. I'm going to get it back on this end. I'm going to get it back on this end. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids. They're like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe, I should have rebounded that ball. And that's where we are right now.
John, early in the game, you were down up here. You were down a point, called a timeout, and they came out, looked like they had a little fire. Do you remember what went on in that huddle?
No, we're just, like I said, we shoot 60%, hold them to 28, and I'm not totally happy. I must be a jerk.
John,
I've been called worse, by the way. I don't know.
John, the numbers look pretty good, but how'd you think Brian played tonight?
Played okay. We need more emotion, more intensity, more touching. We're talking to him all the time about, best point guards in the NBA and the best point guards in college basketball are always touching their teammates. Just touch. And I mean, physically, you touch them all the time. You're always near him, you're touching him, you're talking to him, trying to get him in that mode. It's just not natural for him. He's more of a, I want to be laid back when I play, and you all know you can't play that way. And we're just trying to convince him that when he does play the right way, I believe he's as good as any point guard in the country. The other guy is not really that good. The one that plays aggressive and is low to the ground, talking to his teammates, he's as good as any point guard in the country. The other guy, we shouldn't be on the court as much. So we're just trying to convince him of what he's got to be, and he's got to buy into that, surrender to it, and just go do it. Because he's capable. Think about what I'm saying. I'm not saying make more shots. I'm not saying be better with the ball. I'm saying play with more intensity, play lower, play rougher, talk to your teammates more, be more into the game. He can do it. That's all we've been driving him for.
John Nerlens is struggling a little bit at the line in recent games. What does that mean, a low post guy that might get fouled a lot?
I was happy Willie made free throws. So I'm not worried about Nerlens. He's the least. He goes a double-double with 5 blocks. And we don't throw him the ball as much as we should. But part of it is, if you go to him late in the game, you got to make sure he's making free throws. But I'll tell you this, my belief, if it's a late game and he has to make them, he'll make them. Because he's got that will to win. Whether it looks ugly or he's missed 5, I think if the game's on the line, he'd make them.
John, I'm only asking this because I've been asked this. You've gone to the no-tie look the last few games. Any significance in that?
Yeah.
Are you afraid you might hang yourself watching this game?
No. No. Part of it is, and again, I got aggressive in the second half, and I told him, I got a little mean in the second half, and I don't want to coach this team this way, because if they don't want to bring it, then that's on them. And I'm just going to coach basketball. I don't want to coach emotion. I don't want to coach intensity. I don't want to coach toughness. If you have no toughness, I'm not going to get it out of you. Then I'm just going to coach strategy. And part of it is I wanted to kick back a little bit. Plus, I was running out of towels. I was sweating through ties, so I said I'm not. But my wife said she liked it. Other people said they don't. I don't really care. I care about my wife more than I care about anybody else. She said she liked it, so I said I'll wear it for a while. I've also been grown a beard too.
Last question.
Do you ever get a moment to sit back and go, I won a national championship last year, or was that never come up through?
Yeah, I do it. And think, daggone, we won a national title. And then when those lights went off in New Orleans, I said, what if that happened to us? We'd all said it was a conspiracy. You know that, right? It would have been a conspiracy, and if we had lost the game, it would have been the world's against us and everything else. But no, I do. And my concern, though, are these players. I want them to have the great joy that my other teams have had late in the year. And the joy of, I'm not about me and how I feel. If I feel sad, it isn't about you and how you feel. It's about how you are to your teammates. When you think of Anthony Davis and Michael Kidd, you're talking about kids that only cared about their teammates. Did what they had to do for themselves, but it wasn't. They played for their team. The joy you get from that, the joy you get from coming together and doing something unique and special. I want this team to feel that joy. And that's why I get frustrated at times. 17 turnovers didn't impress. I mean, come on. We work on this same stuff every day. Get tougher. Get stronger with the ball. Do the things you do well. So, yeah, it'll pop in there, but, again, if I thought about that and said, well, we won, I don't care about this year, I don't have that in me. And the second thing is, I'd be cheating these players, and I'm not going to do that. This is about these players feeling the joy that I felt as a coach with the other teams, and we can do that. Thanks.